All right, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to Night Moves here for Tuesday, April 28th. We're cruising along here in the springtime, and got some great action coming up on Tuesday with nice three-game slates in the NBA and NHL, as well as 15 games in the major leagues. Only one interleague game. We're playing National League, American League, old school baseball here on Tuesday, except for the DH, I guess, and the ghost runners and the shifts and all that. But pretty exciting day there with our 8 game card on in baseball and our playoff games as well. We'll recap those here as we get ready for the show. We'll let some other folks come in here and we'll talk about Tony'sPicks.com. So let's get ready and get settled. We got a long show ahead of us. So let's talk about the NBA playoffs here on Monday night. We saw the Orlando Magic push the Detroit Pistons to the brink here. Detroit scored 52 points in the first half, but had nothing in the second half. Desmond Bain scored 22 points, 5 rebounds for the Magic. The Pistons subs were strong in this game, and Orlando's weren't, but it didn't matter as Orlando's gets the win 94-88. The underdog Magic lead the series 3-1 now. Pistons vow to be better is what they said after the game, but they're going to be up against it here, needing 3 straight wins. Tough to do in the NBA, no matter how you look at it right now. I don't want to see Detroit waste that great season, but Magic takes care of business there on Monday night at home. Detroit's got 2 of the 3 left, obviously at home, so they'll have to win one here in Orlando still in order to get this series. All right, it was Oklahoma City over Phoenix, 131-122. SGA 31 points and 8 assists. I said it would get off to a rip-roaring start last night, right? The Thunder led 75-67, just as we dialed it up, just like we kind of dialed it up in that Detroit Orlando game as well. We had Orlando, by the way. I want to throw that in there, but with Oklahoma City and Phoenix, we did take OKC, missed out. They won by 9. I said it would be tough. I thought that they would be able to handle this game and win it comfortably. Could they get that number? Oklahoma City sweeps the best of 7 series 4-0 for the 3rd straight year in the first round. That's the 5th best all-time record for a team there with Coach Daniel. 3 straight series sweeps in the first round for Dagno. So good job there by Oklahoma City. They'll get some rest here as they sweep Phoenix big time there. And again, didn't quite get there with the money as Phoenix was able to keep it straight there at home, and they actually covered the spread there in that one, the 9-point loss. It was Denver beating Minnesota 125-113. All the numbers get there for Denver. It was a little scary there. Aaron Gordon missing the game there late, and that kind of caused the line to move a little bit here, but all the numbers still got there. Really didn't cause the line to move as much as I thought it would, as Denver still went off the 11.5-point favorite. At some spots, they got the 11s, they got the 11.5s. There really wasn't the movement that I expected, as I said, but we did have the under in that one, so I whiffed here on the show. Nikola Jokic, 27 points, 16 rebounds, 12 assists. Denver shot 57%, and both of Minnesota's starting guards are hurt here. So Timberwolves still lead the series 3-2, and the big one is coming up next when they'll be at home. Try to win without those two star players, Edwards and DiVincenzo, in game number 6. So no doubt a big win there for Denver. They got the money, it went over, but the next one's the big one. It feels like if they don't win it, gonna have to come back here to Denver and maybe be looking at the same type of scenario. All right, that's it for the looks in the NBA. How'd you guys do on Monday night here? I'll take a look at the NHL. We had some good games here tonight with the Pittsburgh Penguins beating Philadelphia 3-2 in that one, and big win there for Pittsburgh. They're able to knock off the Flyers. It was kind of a back and forth game there for sure on Monday night, but Pittsburgh able to grab that win. It was 1-0 at the end of one. Both teams scored a pair of goals in the second. No team scored in the third. Pittsburgh kind of ended a losing streak here, and we'll see if they can kind of rally around there now with their second win there in a row, and drawing the series here to 3-2 right now as Philadelphia returns home with a chance to wrap it up. Also, the Vegas Golden Knights were able to get one on the road after trailing Utah early, a dramatic win in overtime for Vegas, 5-4 in that one. And Vegas, big number there with the win. They come back. They were trailing there 2-0, or they were ahead 2-0 at the end of one. Vegas was winning 2-0. Utah came back to tie the game up at 2, and then went to overtime, tied at 4. Vegas gets the win there in that one, and the series is now tied at 2 apiece. All right, that's a look at the NHL. I couldn't say I brought it home there last night here on the show in the playoffs, so hopefully you guys can help me out here tonight as we get ready to look at the action here in Monday's card. Let me see who's here and who's joining us. We got not quite enough people here to get started just yet, but there's Plus Money. Mad Sushi Maker is here, and it worked out for Plus Money. Maybe it was a baseball, because I know I had some baseball winners here. Even if the playoffs didn't totally work out. I think we had the NBA games kind of dotted in there, but obviously we just lost a couple there on the margin there. Okay, let's see here. Let me take a look here at the major leagues. Let's let a few more people come in. I'll take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. Take a look at our premium picks over there and see who the handicappers that were hot here on Monday night over at Tony's. Let's see what we got here going. There we go. All right, let's bring it up here and take a look at who was hot here on Monday. We've got Jonathan Solo Malone. He went 4-1 on the day, 80%. Great job by Solo. Shane Mickle also 4-1 on the day, 80% there. Chris Atkins 2-0. I went 2-0 on the day here. 2-0. I won my soccer best bet here today, and I won my big NHL pick as well. I also went 2-1 on the props here, not registered here on the screen, but had a 4-1 day over at Tony's Picks. So hope the subscribers were pleased. We're on a pretty good roll here right now. Man, we're hot on the props too. 5-1 over the last 2 days here. It's been extending here pretty much since we've been rolling with the props in the playoffs. David Racy here, 5-3 in there, and Kevin Thomas went 2-1. Brian Bittler 2-1. Al Ninos went 2-1. Tony's Picks VIP account 1-0. Nick Lagaretos 1-0. Ron Hahn 1-0. And Mills Young 1-0. All right, and Tony 2-1. So good day for the cappers over at Tony'sPicks.com. Over the last 7 days here, it's David Racy in good form here right now, 47-36. He's up 10 units. Tony T is up there, 17-7 over the last 7 days, up 9.25 units. Hey, I'm up there clicking in at over 61% right now, and over 9 units of profit over the last 7 days. So hope you're rolling with me right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Jonathan Solo Malone up there. Over 5 units over the last 7 days. Joey Tron as well, up over 4 1/3 units. Al Ninos clicking along, up 4 units this week. Double Shooties up nearly 3 units. Mills Young, nearly 2 3/4 units of profit. Chris Adkins up over 2 2/3 units of profit. Bo Dunn's up a couple of units of profit. Also, Tony's Picks VIP account, Ron Hahn, Stephen Duncan among the winners at Tony'sPicks.com. Over the last 30 days, it's David Racy up over 15 units, Al Ninos up 10 units, Solo Malone nearly 10 units of profit this over the last 30 days, pretty much this month of April. Double Shooty up 7 3/4 units profit. Tony T's up 7 2/3 units profit. Tony's Picks VIP account up over 5.5 units of profit. Ron Hahn 5 1/3 units profit. Jorge Gonzalez up 4 1/4 units profit. Chris Atkins nearly 4 units of profit. Shane Mickles in the green here over the last 30 days over at Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the Premium Picks tab, and that's where you'll see all the handicappers that are locked and loaded here for the action on Tuesday. Let's see which cappers are ready to go. David Racy up there with his Tuesday MLB total. Tony T's got his chop block 3-pack of Major League plays there for the action here on Tuesday. Al's got his and MLB Tuesday Grand Slam. Double Shooty's got a 3-pack of plays today in the major leagues ready to go up at Tony'sPicks.com. Bo Dunn has his NBA best bet here for the action on Tuesday night. And also here, I think we got a couple more. There we go. Shane Mickle has his Tuesday night NBA play of the day. You can click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you can get signed up. Take a look at some of my records here over the last year here with lots of sports profits in many different sports, and take a look at some of these winners I had here on Monday over at Tony'sPicks.com. I went with Dasumu under 29.5 there. I mean, that last game he had was incredible, and I think that his numbers were bumped up pretty significantly because of the absence of the two players. But again, you were going up against these Nuggets right now, and he was expected to do a little too much, so I went under, and it finished pretty comfortably under. For SGA, I did go over again, tried to get greedy with SGA. It was going to be tough, I guess, no matter what, after the big 53 PRA game in his last one, but went over 42.5, finished 41 here. And then Jalen Duren, who's struggled here, and I went under with Duren again. I mentioned here I mentioned it, and I on the drive-through too. You heard David Racy, who's a Pistons fan, talk about the defense by Wendell Carter, and that's exactly what I said too. Before that, even I said I think it comes in below this number as Carter Jr. has been a bit of a menace to Duren here. So we also had the under with the Flyers and the Penguins, and I had Manchester United today over Brentford. So I think that'll work right there. That's a 4-in-1 day overall over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, why not get hooked up with me right now? Let's ride the rest of the week. You already saw there that I'm up nearly 10 units over the last 7 days. So let's ride together here right now. Let's go the weekly All Sports Premium Pass and get 7 days worth of picks, because I'm probably pretty hot right now, and you're going to want to ride all week and get these winners with me in the playoffs, and then into the weekend as well in all these other sports too. I do tennis, I do college baseball. It's part of the winning that I've been doing, and so some of the winning streaks I've been having in some of these other sports right now. So hey, they all pay the same, and even international sucker over here. Gotta fix that. Okay, I think that's it for the promo here. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 15% off those premium pick packages over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let me say hello to the chat pros who are coming in here. We're going to get ready for the card here in just a moment. I'm going to talk a little Major League Baseball here real quick, and I think we're about ready to go, actually. Mad Sushi Maker says, don't forget, Ramon, we got those big Champions League matches here tomorrow as we whittle it down here with Bayern Munich taking on PSG tomorrow as a featured event. Also, some CONCACAF Champions League with Tigres taking on Nashville. How about that matchup? I want to say hello to Edward Petrus in the chat. He says, how about some NPB and KBO picks? Oh man, Petrus, good call. Here it is again, man. I wish I would have known. Someone would be looking for some action over in Asia here tonight. We got, of course, NPB coming up in short order here at about 90 minutes of the 5-game card tonight, and 5-pack over in the KBO. I know we always have Ron with his KBO video, so underneath the videos tab, you could find Ron's best pick over there, his video pick anyway, for tonight's KBO card. We got a pretty big card here with the rest of the action, so I don't know if I can quite help you tonight, I'm afraid. Okay, let's see here. Cal Dog is here. Bro God is here as well. And let's see who else is rolling in. And Petrus Edward says, are you even reading the chat? This feels robotic. Well, I am AI after all. I'm not even real. Let's see here. I think that might be it from the crew. Young Mooch is stopping by. He's ready for some tennis action here. We got some great action in Madrid. I might be able to do a little bit more with the tennis action tonight. I'm definitely ready to go there. I'm probably going to come in with one premium tomorrow in tennis. Like I said, my specialty here is I like to pick the closest matches. I think that's where you get the best value here. And the one match I'll be looking at tomorrow will be a early afternoon match, I believe, here today. And Timmy says he likes PSG and Bayern to go over 3.5. All right, let me just cover a little bit more baseball action. We're just about ready to go, but I did have some winners here in the major leagues, at least on Monday night, including we had the over in the game between Miami and the Dodgers. The Dodgers won on a walk-off hit by Tucker, 2-run single to get the job done there in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Dodgers were able to hold off the Marlins. Marlins had a big home run in the game, but Tucker's walk-off 2-run single. The Dodgers scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and LA's bullpen pitched 4 scoreless innings. So the Dodgers were able to beat the Marlins. The Padres beat the Cubs 9-7. Cubs led 5-4 after 3 innings and a wild one. Manny Machado, 3 hits, 3 runs scored. Padres have still won 17 of their last 21 games right now coming in. We had a night moves winner with the Rays and the Guardians game. 2 go under yesterday as Ryan Vilade had 3 hits and 2 RBI. Cleveland led 2-0 after the 5th inning, but the Rays came back to win their 5th in a row. Brian Baker, 7th save for the Rays. We had the under here on the show. Also, I won my play over there on the drive-through with Boston and Toronto. The Red Sox, all of a sudden, they took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Ranger Suarez allowed 2 hits in 8 innings pitched. We said that he'd need to go deep there on the drive-through, and he did just that. So Boston's officially 2-0 since they changed managers, probably 3-0 since they knew they were changing managers or more. But Wilyer Abreu, 2 for 4 with an RBI double. The Blue Jays, all of a sudden, man, they're 12-16, and Dylan Cease ended up getting the loss there in that one. Night moves winner yesterday with the Angels and the White Sox game. 2 go over, and it did. Angels led 5-1 in the 7th inning, but the White Sox rallied for 7 runs in the final 3 innings. Chicago scored 7 in the bottom of the 7th. Murakami, his 12th home run, leads the major leagues. This is part of the White Sox mojo here right now. Murakami, he's a real gate factor here. People want to see this man hit the baseball, and pretty good right now. Murakami is a star in the major leagues, unquestionably here right now. White Sox rallied to get the win over the Angels. Also, night moves winner last night with the Yankees and the Rangers game. Two go under there yesterday, but the Yankees were able to get that win 4-2 in that one. Also, Twins over the Mariners 11-4. Cody Clemens, homer, 5 RBIs in that one. Minnesota led 7-0. Cal Raleigh hit a home run. Everybody, let's celebrate for Cal. And was the Cardinals beating the Pirates 4-2. St. Louis scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning to spoil Pittsburgh. J.J. Weatherholt tied the game with a home run. Cardinals were held hitless for the first 6 innings. 4 Pirate pitchers combined to retire the first 20 St. Louis batters as they were rolling with a bullpen game in there. All right, that's it. We got enough people in here ready to go. And thank you for joining me here on Night Moves. Okay, let's get it started here. And we're going to go to the NBA, of course, to get the show started here tonight. All right, let's get it rolling here right now with the Philadelphia 76ers on the road against the Boston Celtics here. Celtics favored by 11.5. It might not be enough. The Celtics have won 2 of the first 4 games of the series by 32 points. I mean, why wouldn't they win this one by 32? Real bad for Embiid. Not that he would have been, he probably would have, folded anyways like usual, but to have to come play here a little bit and try to salvage this situation, just feel bad. He really is not moving too well out there, so does feel like the walls are caving in here a little bit on the Philadelphia 76ers right now, doesn't it? They just beat them there 128-96 last time out. They also beat them in this series 123-91. Look, Philadelphia got that win in there 111-97. Did a good job upsetting Boston on the road. Caught them by surprise in that game a little bit. And, no doubt, Philadelphia did cover the other game as well. So it's actually 2-2 against the spread so far. The first 3 games of the series went under. The last one did go pretty well over at 224 points. But what's Philly going to do really offensively in this game? Can they? I'm worried that Boston might put up a big number here, but can Philly do anything to slow Boston down here in this one right now? The first one, the 123-91 did go under 217, but it was 214 officially here. So I don't know. I think if it's going to be a blowout, I think this one, sometimes a blowout is kind of a score suppression, but I don't know if that's going to be the case here in this one. Let's see what you guys think in the chat here. Philadelphia is 15-23 to the under as an underdog, and Boston is 21-37 to the under as a favorite. But can Philly really muster up enough defense against these guys? Let's go to the chat here. No, nobody. All right, nobody's interested in this one. Maybe I went too fast. Let me continue on with some tidbits about the game here instead of just my opinion. At least try to give some other trends here. Maybe Philadelphia has gone under in 9 of their last 11, including 5 straight on the road. Boston's gone under in 6 of their last 7 against the Sixers overall. Boston's also gone under in 4 of their last 5. Boston has covered 11 of their last 15 coming into this one, and Boston's 5-1 straight up. Obviously, in their last 6, Philadelphia has still covered 4 of their last 6 games coming in. You got to give them credit. Like I said, they covered the spread in 2 of the 4 games so far, but Boston's just more complete right now on both ends, and with the Embiid situation, the obviously here, I would think they could win this game by 14 or 15 points. That's what my algorithm is saying here in this one. So historically, they also dominate this matchup, 11-4 in the last 15 meetings between the two clubs. Sixers have trended under heavy and struggle offensively really in this matchup right now. I mean, look, 91, 111, that was fine. They held Boston 97 in that win, allowed 108 or scored 100 in the 108-100 game and 128-98, as I said. So Phillies road unders right now. Maybe they are going under here in this one. Maybe they won't manage here. Boston will really put one down. All right, I'm going to see here one more time. Okay, here we go. We've got a couple now. Tony's in there tonight. I hope that's Tony. The Boston high volume threes hit in game 4, maybe not in game 5. Cal Dog. The Celtics again here in this one. And Mad Sushi Hunter, Boston and under. Got his sashimi ready to go. Cal Dog says Celtics. Celtics full game and first half. Gotta put the two comments together. Timmy says you give Sixers plus 19.5 and he wouldn't do it. All right, I think there we go. Tony had to come in and help me out and give me a comment because I didn't think anybody was gonna. All right, now I'll go under here in this one with the Sixers and the Celtics. Like I said, in these roles in all season. I mean, we know the Celtics was a dead under all season in regular season, 30 and 52 to the under. And when you got Philly always going under as a dog and Boston a serious home favorite under, I'm going to go under again. It's going to be a blowout, man. I feel bad for the Sixers here and the way it's unfolded with Embiid. This guy's going to have bad luck his whole career. Hopefully he's still got a little bit left in him. All right. Let's go to MSG next for Atlanta taking on the Knicks. And the Knicks are favored by 65 points, apparently. Call it 6.5, 214 here in this one for the Knicks. Favored here in this one after the 114-98 win and cover on the road last time out. Just when Atlanta got the momentum of the 2 straight wins, the Knicks kind of put it down on them a little bit and said, don't forget who is the expected to be the best team out of these two. So series tied at 2 here right now. Atlanta won, of course, games 2 and 3. 3 of the 4 games have gone under so far in this series. We know the Knicks were a great home cover during the regular season, going 28 and 13. Atlanta was a decent road cover during the regular season as well. Atlanta was 24 and 17 to the over on the road, but man, this is going to be a little bit knockdown drag out right now. It feels like, we've seen a couple of these games. I talked about it tonight, like with the Orlando Detroit, that it's almost like the pressure game itself, right? So when you get to that scenario, it is more of a scrum than anything else, it feels like to me. So let's see what the chat has to say in this one. Talk about some of the numbers here with New York and Atlanta here tonight. Atlanta, of course, have lost 7 of their last 10 games against the Knicks. Knicks have gone 7-2 ATS in their last 9, winning 14 of 20. Knicks have gone under in 5 of their last 6. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under. It's like I said, 3 of the 4 here in the series. Regular season game between these guys back in April went under 108-105. So I think we get a little bit of defense here in this one, or maybe insufficient offense. Atlanta's won 13 of their last 20 coming in. They've gone under in 4 of their last 6 games coming into this one. New York's just one of the more reliable spread teams right now with that 7 of 9 record, and they've consistently handled Atlanta. Like I said, they've won 7 of the last 10 overall. Knicks' defensive profile, allowing just 110 points per game, combined with, I think, the home court edge right now at MSG is going to kind of create a controlling script. So I'm starting to roll a little bit here with the Knicks. Atlanta's done a nice job this season. No doubt about it. They were really profitable for everyone that was supporting them down the stretch with that incredible run. And they've got a lot of good young talent. Obviously, things are not looking down here for Atlanta. It just feels like right now with Cat having that incredible game, the triple-double last time out, the cat's in the bag. The cat's in the bag. That's the cat we always wanted. It seems right now we were going to ask Brunson to do so much of the work and Cat came through huge too. So I'm going to roll with the Knicks here in this one. I think the situational trends matchup history point this one to the Knicks, and I'm going to lay 6.5 against the Hawks. So let's see what the chat has to say. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Jermaine says minus 65. He's going to take the 65. Tony says that Brown was going to get fired. Funny, Tony. I took Mike Brown at the beginning of the season to be coach of the year, and I thought probably about a couple months in, I was like, "Wow, what a great call by me." Eventually, I had to put some pretty big money on Bickerstaff, even at 2-1, because obviously he's going to get it. And hey, how about, I didn't mention the award tonight, huh? How about Cooper Flagg getting the Rookie of the Year from Con Kneppel? That late surge did do it, didn't it? Poor Cooper Flagg. Like I said, Kneppel pretty good. Look, if Kneppel finishes just shy of Cooper Flagg, that's a big thing for Con Kneppel, because Cooper Flagg is the man. He's a generational talent. This guy's only going to get better. I don't want to say we overlooked him. No one overlooked him. He's the Rookie of the Year, but he is incredible. And I think that bodes well for Con Kneppel, even if he didn't win that award tonight. But I did score on that one on Kalshi before they banned it here in Vegas. Cal Dog cannot trust the Knickerbockers, though. I think it feels like it's shifted enough here anyway right now. I don't know about beyond this. And like I said, the pressure, Tony said, the pressure's on Brown and company, but I think they found something. Jermaine, talking about Mikal Bridges. Now, look, I think I'm thinking of one game I had him under, and I don't know. I'm not necessarily down on him in this game. Plus money, though, is his best bet's the Hawks. So take that, Ramon. Timmy likes Brunson to cook in this one. And yeah, I think the Knicks will be able to salvage this, but will only a first-round victory guarantee anything here? The Knicks, I mean, they're supposed to perform this year. Obviously, still Boston, no one truly thought that Tatum was going to come back. I don't know. It felt like in the back of my head he could make it back, when he did. Let's see, Knicks. Brunson over here for Timmy Two Shoes. Knicks again for Cal Dog. Timmy says Brunson 30 points plus money. And Tremaine says only reason he came back. Let's see here. Khan faded in the end a little bit, right? He really got exposed there in the play-in tournament too. Really was not that counts. It's a regular season award, but I think that's what we saw was him kind of trailing off maybe there. Okay, Timmy says he kind of faded in the fade. That's faded. That's faded. Okay, I gotcha. All right, I'm on the Knicks here in this one. All right, next up, the Trailblazers taking on the Spurs. And, Wemby missing the games there with the concussion, right? But look, when he returns, this man is, I said it, the best player on the planet. I know there's some good NBA players out there right now. We know, SGA on the champs, Jokic, whatever his problems are right now in the playoffs. Even Ant Edwards, guys like that, right? But right now, Wemby, just so poignant too in his comments following the game. I mean, this guy is how does San Antonio do this over all these decades, from David Robinson to Tim Duncan here? They always get the big man. And right now, the Spurs are turning it into something special here. Blazers have done a nice job in this series, no doubt about it, when taking one of the games there. But Wemby was back, put up monster numbers in that first game back. He is the defensive player of the year here. So I think that kind of, if you want to look at the total a little bit, I don't want to say they're going to close this one out with authority as well. I hope we don't get a bunch of blowouts here on Tuesday night. But, man, this one feels like it's going to be an uphill climb a little bit for the Blazers here in this one. Let's go ahead and see what you guys think in the chat, though. 12.5 still. We saw what happened tonight with OKC, although they were on the road. Maybe that's a factor here a little bit. You might get one of these blowout victories we've seen already, of course. Spurs win on the road in the last game by 21 points, laying 5.5, and they got the money there in the first one at Portland as well, pretty comfortably, just when it seemed like Portland might have a little bit of that momentum when they were able to steal that 106-103 game on the road. The Wemby injury, part of this whole series, but he was just fine in that last game. He was more than fine. Of course. So, look, it's kind of a dominating series, too, for San Antonio. It's always been a rough one overall for Portland. They've gone just 1-4 straight up and against the spread. That only win coming in game number 2. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under. And this one's going to be hard-pressed not to go over. I think Portland's gone under in 9 of their last 13 games. They were 18-26 to the under during the regular season as an underdog. And, well, San Antonio's a home favorite. They usually went under, 18-22 to the under at home, 29-34 to the under as a favorite. So, well, I think it'll probably be a blowout again. Maybe the Blazers have something here to stay in, but it feels like even Avila is finally starting to see that the team just doesn't maybe have enough depth. They've got some nice young talent. Scoot Henderson has really come on, and I think he is showing up to be the guy that we know that he can be here moving into the future. But I think this is more of a number play than a trust play for me here. I think San Antonio, the projection for me is actually lower than the spread. But I just think once the apparent writing is on the wall, I don't know if we're going to see kind of a cruise control situation. I think it'll be more of a coronation here a little bit, because I think we're expecting. Remember, the Spurs, this is a rapid rise here. Remember, it took a year, a couple to get here, right? But now we're here, and this team can certainly look forward to competing against the likes of the rest of the Western Conference. So there is obviously a blowout risk in this one, especially with these Portland's decent ATS profile overall. 24-20 as an underdog this year. ATS have covered 7 of their last 10 overall, though a little bit sub 500 on the road. ATS during the regular season. So both teams trend under in this matchup. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Portland's gone under in 9 of 13. I think San Antonio wins games with efficiency, not necessarily pace and explosion. I think that's obvious. So Portland's offense is inconsistent enough to, I think, keep them well behind here in this one, and they may have trouble actually reaching 100 points possibly in this game. I think this is a somewhat trend-supported matchup specific here. I'm going to take San Antonio to win this one by at least 15 points. Let's see what's going on in the chat with this one. All right, here we go. And Jermaine says, how can you count? I mean, how can you count the regular season? Really? I mean, we should just, I think Jermaine's just saying, just go with the 3 games. I mean, just use these 3 games. Why would you use an 82-game sample size? Well, I think for me, it's more, were you favored or were you an underdog? It's not so much about the ins and outs, I think, of the overall spread records. It's the roles that they're in. Cal Dog likes the over in this one. Tony says the Blazers aren't shooting well right now, and the Spurs are able to knock it down. I think the space that Wembanyama creates, right? And Jermaine says, want Wemby for 10 blocks? Cal Dog, Spurs first half here. Timmy says, got to lay it with the Spurs, but maybe it'd be I think if Avila has a strong game, that, I mean, it obviously helps their chances to cover, but Blazers hanging there for 3 quarters. But then they Blazers choked. Oh yeah, no doubt, Tony. I mean, these guys are competing well into the game, and then they're just fading. Hey, want to say hello to Zach Sanders is here today. Good to see Zach. Let's get his picks. He's on the Knicks on the money line. Also, Zach put his other plays in there. Yeah, Cal Dog says, look what they're doing. Look what they're scoring after that. All right, guess that's it for the NBA, and I'll take the Spurs. Man, I'm laying some points here today. All right, let's go to the ice. We got 3 games in the NHL. Let's get rolling with them, huh? Oh man, Bruins and Sabres here in this one. Man, the Sabres got off to that rocking start last game, 4-0, and almost felt like a momentum shifter. The Bruins went down 3-1, are 0-27. They've never come back to win a series in the first round, down 3-1. That's a long time. Is that right? Is that stat right? Maybe it's overall. The Bruins have not come back from a 3-1 deficit. I know it was last 0-26, not in game 5 specifically, but at least they've never come back to win the series here. So it feels like the Sabres are in position to wrap this one up. Remember, the Bruins were great at home, but not so great on the road. And the Sabres, well, they're both good home and away, but maybe a little bit even more so at home a little bit. Still, $1.70 makes it a little bit tricky because Boston has played well, and maybe the line is a little bit too high here. So I don't want to lay $1.70 on the show, but maybe we can work it out. Maybe we can look to the total or something. Maybe Buffalo will blow them out. Buffalo here, obviously with a convincing victory here in the last one, ended up being 6-1 in that game. They also won 3-1 in game number 3. The Bruins were able to, get in there and get that. They were the team that scored the first 4 goals, remember, in game 2 at Buffalo here. But, Buffalo, this momentum has been so awesome. Just when it looks like Buffalo's hot streak, I don't want to call it a run of luck because they've been really great, but man, it is uncanny that this team is, that has been mired in mediocrity or worse for the better part of 2 decades, is all of a sudden having their best season and really an outrageous season here right now. It's really going to be a thump if and when they get knocked out. Boston's won 14 of the last 19 games here in Buffalo, but you might throw that out the window the way things are going with this Buffalo team right now. They've won 7 of their last 9 and 5 of their last 7 games at home. And we've had 2 overs and 2 unders so far in this series. Boston, if still looking at it, they've lost 8 of their last 11 games overall. So they were kind of tumbling into the playoffs a little bit. And the fact that they've been outscored 9-2 in the last 2 games. And then, like I said, it's been pretty succinct, right? Their home and away splits this season. As good as they were at home, they were a little bit more than subpar on the road. All right, let's see what the chat has to say in this one tonight between Buffalo and Boston. I think, look, Buffalo grades out with a clear offensive edge, 3.5 goals for. Boston does have some decent numbers offensively over the long haul of the season, but I think the stronger projection here might be Buffalo's goals allowed might be a little bit stronger here. So Boston's inflated puck line style, I don't know if it registers here in this type of matchup. Boston is 2-0 as a puck line dog in the series, and whether or not it will be a 1-goal game, I don't know. Boston feels like they're kind of almost on a resignation position here coming into this one. So Boston suppressed offensive expectations here. I think I got them at just a little over 2.2 goals in this one, so I think it might be a one-sided scoring situation here. The price is $1.70, and Uh, Probably an empty net situation could occur in a deciding game. Boston, like I said, they might just give. You're not going to not take the goalie out if you're losing, and I don't want to just totally blow off the Bruins, man. They did win one here already. When this situation was still the same, that you know Buffalo very very strong at home, Boston not so great on the road. So I'll go ahead and lay the puck line because I'm looking for attention here, and I don't want to lay $1.70, but I think Buffalo is going to win. I'm on big time futures here on Buffalo, but I'm not really no reason to cash in now. I mean, there's no true equity, I don't think, even for a first round win. But I did take it out pretty early in the season. We were right here on the show and talked about it. Just a 20 spot to win 820. So why not? Why not? Come on, Buffalo, just wrap it up here in this one. 4-1, 3-2 might be in there. That's a little bit of a problem there with uh, the tightness of this series a little bit. The Bruins have done a nice job, but I think the Sabres control and the Bruins have been limited offensively here. So I'm going to have to take one here. It'll be the free play on the show. I'm just going to take Buffalo here on the puck line. See what the chat wants to do here in this one. And it's hockey time. It's hockey time. I think we've got an official Cal Dog logo here for this portion of the show here. All right, Sabres wrap it up at home, says Zach Sanders. Plus money is on the Bruins here. Timmy Two Shoes says the Sabres are going to win this by 2, but it's a tough price. Yeah. Well, tough price, right? No one wants to lay $1.70. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not on here to say don't lay $1.70. I just don't want to lay $1.70 on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 51,000 subscriber juggernaut. It's more so, would rather just lay the puck line, hope they get that empty netter in this one. I think it's plus $1.50 or so on the puck line here. Total six under 20. I'm showing there. Could look at the total a little bit with these two. Like I said, both the games so far have gone under, but I don't know if there's really very distinct trends. I think with the total here in this one, that's why I think 4-1 is more likely. 4-1, 4-2 would be a push here for the most part. Like I said, it is mostly 6 under shaded to the. I don't know if there's any 5.5 out there. No, it's almost 6 under 20 market wide right now. The lean that's on the under here, I think. All right. Zach, thank you for your other plays in there. What did plus money say? Bruins, okay. Also, let's see. Timmy's likes the Sabres. Swayman's got to have a big game. Cal Dog, Sabres puck line. Sabres in regulation could do that. Just not an option I use on the show here, but any way to get the price down, I feel a little bit comfortable. Don't know if they can get to overtime. I want to say hello to Cade Chambers here. He wants to know about the KBO game, KT Wiz. Cade, I have not looked. We have Ron with his videos here, and don't have a handicap for you tonight in the KBO. Man, I should come better prepared. I mean, come on, we're ready to go here in our Asian baseball tonight, ready to go. So really appreciate it, Cade, in the chat. Let's see here. And I think for me, I don't want to step on his game there in case that's his game there, Kate. I should be looking at Ron's video before I okay, the score's got it at 5.5. Thank you. Oh wow, okay. And Timmy says in regulation because Pasta might get a garbage time goal here. I'm gonna go a little exact score line there. I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna play 3-1 and 4-1 today. And Cade, all I can tell you, Cade, look, you're nice enough to stop by, ask about that KBO game. I definitely have the odds board here lined up and ready to go. I can tell you that the move has been on the KT Wiz. The line has definitely moved in their direction. A little bit of money, a little bit of action, if you will, has come in on that game on KT Wiz. and just a slight move to the under as well. But that's all I really can provide for you at this time. But we might just do it. We might have, who knows? We don't want the show to go 3 hours. I already talk enough. All right, give me the Sabres in that one. Next up, the Wild are on the road taking on the Stars here with the Wall of St. Paul and going in the nets here for Minnesota. Wallstedt up against Ottinger here in this one. Series tied 2 apiece after Dallas lost to Minnesota last time out 3-2 in overtime. And Minnesota won the first one, of course. Remember, 6-1. They stunned Dallas, and then back-to-back wins for Dallas at home and on the road. Beat Minnesota 4-2, and then beat them 4-3 in 2 overtimes. Remember, so back-to-back overtime games right now as we head back for Game 5 here in Dallas with Ottinger going here in this one. For Dallas, they've won 4 of their last 5 games at home. They've won 7 of their last 9 overall. We know this is a tough spot for Minnesota. They're just 1-4 straight up in their last 5 playing on the road against Dallas. The win was that, Game 1, 6-1 victory. Minnesota's also lost 12 of the last 18 to the Stars here, but I kind of like the way they're playing. Actually, I thought they did a great job in the last 2 games. I know they, didn't get it done. Look, they were favored in that, of course, at home in game number 3. I know they lost, but Minnesota has gone here, let me see here right now. All right, here we go. Minnesota coming in here with Dallas. I've got projected here, man. Oh, this is right on at 5.5 over minus 115, minus 120 here right now. Get off my NPB page. So 5.5 under 20 here in this one. Let's get ready and go over to the chat a little bit here, give you a little bit more tidbits here. I think Dallas is showing some strong underlying consistency here. Look, they finished with great regular season here, elite defensive profile as usual from Dallas. But, we've seen 3 overs so far in this series. Dallas allows just 2.8 goals per game. So, look, I think Dallas projected here is a side to look at, but I kind of want to take the dog here in this one. Minnesota's solid. I know it's a step up for them on the road, but they've done a nice job in this series. Both teams lean on that defensive structure for sure. I think Dallas at home, it feels like they're a team that dictates tempo a little bit with the, lower scoring games in Dallas. It's always kind of a controlled result, it feels like. But Dallas has gone over in 6 of their last 9 coming in. Also finished pretty strong, but man, I'm going to take the Minnesota Wild here in this one in an upset. Lindquist, the defenseman for the Stars, is out of this game. He got hit in the face here, and I'm going to go ahead and take Minnesota here in this one. Zuccarello is questionable here. I don't know if I have as much, I don't know if I can back it up with the trends in this one. I think I'm going with a little bit of eye test here right now with this matchup. I almost wish I was getting a little bit more price. Would have maybe made a bit of a difference here in going to the premium side, but for $1.25, $1.30 here right now, it looks like the move is slightly on Minnesota market wide, about 5 cents or so coming into this one. So I'm going to go with the Wild in this one. I'm going to go for an upset here. So is plus money. Stars bounce back here, says Cal Dog. And Bork here for an assist or a goal. That's it from the chat in that one. Okay, Game 5 tonight at Dallas. All right, will it be goals aplenty tonight when the Ducks take on the Oilers back in Edmonton? Edmonton looks like they're going to make a change in goal here and go from Ingram to Jari here now. And still the total 7. I mean, come on. Actually, some of the books are maybe going 6.5 with heavy juice for the most part, but 7 under 15. It might be. I probably could put 7 under 15 in there. Anaheim's been on fire here right now with 3 straight wins. The Oilers' backs are to the wall here at home, and man, Anaheim's playing good just in time. Man, I like what they're doing here. This is exciting. Coming off that 4-3 victory, in overtime at home, but they were able to get it done. That was key. They trailed in that game 2-0, grabbed a couple of goals in the second period, and won the game on that. Hey, however it can go in there. But it was what's going on with all these fluky goals? And we saw it. Seems like every game's got a fluky goal. I mean, there are fluky goals all the time, but this is the playoffs. Tonight, the puck bounces off the back wall and goes in there in the Philadelphia-Pittsburgh game. Same thing happened for the Ducks in their win. It wasn't necessarily a big play that won it. Just almost kind of a mistake, an accident. Doesn't take away from the fact that they're playing very, very well. Have scored 17 goals in the last 3 games overall. Of course, every game pretty much has gone over. The last one actually went under. The total was mostly 7.5 over there market wide. So I take that back, but still, when you're talking about a 7.5 and it goes to 7, it's only because these two teams have been playing a massive amount of overs in this matchup and just almost nothing you can do. Maybe this is the one that if I would just say if any game was going to be an under, right, I would think it'd be the game where Edmonton's back is to the wall here right now. Maybe they could somewhat adjust their strategy. I don't even know if it is a strategy with Edmonton right now and the way these games are going over, but 11 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams have gone over. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Edmonton have gone over. Anaheim's won 6 of the last 9 against the Oilers, and they've won 4 of the last 5 here right now, and obviously 3 of 4 in the series. Edmonton's lost 5 of 7 coming in, and I don't know, it feels like kind of a weird thing that Draisaitl goes out. They still play pretty well. He's back. They lose. Seems like Anaheim might have their number. Anaheim's gone over in 4 of their last 5, over in 4 of their last 5 on the road. I think they're playing pretty well, man. I want to take the Ducks here to close it out in this one. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. Only because I'd be too embarrassed to take the under here and be that guy. But it might. I don't think it's going to be 8 goals. Might be 7, might not be 8. So I'm going to go ahead and take Anaheim here on the money line to close it out. I think they're just looking terrific here right now. And let's see what you got in the chat. I'm on the Ducks. Maybe I'm rooting for them, but I just think right now at $1.60 is more the price. I mean, I don't know if Edmonton can be if anything, if a game is going to be 4-3 in overtime, like pretty much every game in this series feels like it would be if you just line them up right now because of the nature of the series, I don't think that's $1.60. I think that's like $1.30 or $1.25 or something, right? Very, very close. All right, here come the comments. Timmy says, the Oilers deserve losing by 3. Well, look, they made the move, right, to get to send Skinner to Pittsburgh, and was that really anything? What was that? Cal Dog does like the under. Look, Cal Dog, it's all right. Even I can't do it. I'm just like I have it here marked down that under, and I may find a way to the under still. Maybe if the public pushes this one up higher, because can't give you any reason why I would go under other than my feeling that if Edmonton can do anything to stop this game, look, this has got to be the one, man. You got to stop Anaheim from getting 4 goals here. Gautier here, the under 4+ money. See, you guys are so sophisticated, right? Timmy says, If Edmonton is shut out, then it's an under, right? 2-2 overtime and make it just 3-2 here, right? And look, there's always a mindset for sports bettors, right? They can't all go over all the time. This one's got to be the one. Whew. This one is supposed to be the one, I think, but I don't know. Okay, where's Picard? All right. It's good enough for me. I'm taking the Anaheim Ducks here. That's it for the playoffs. We got a 15-game baseball card, so settle in, man. We're going to be here for an hour at least. Get your pens, paper, and rotation order ready. Here we go. Let's go to the major leagues tonight for the action here on Tuesday. And we're going to start off here with the Rays taking on the Guardians. Nick Martinez goes for the Rays. Tanner Bybee here for Cleveland. Nick Martinez has looked good here so far with a pretty solid ERA right now, 2.1 ERA, 1-1 record. Tampa did a nice job yesterday rallying from an early 2-0 deficit to tie the game, eventually win the game over Cleveland. Man, Tampa Bay, they just win. They just are winners. That's what they do. Cleveland's lost 3 straight. Tampa coming in here hot once again. Got to stay hot. Got to keep up with the Yanks after all. Tampa's won 5 straight. They won 7 of their last 9 on the road. Cleveland's lost 4 of 5 right now. 13 of the last 16 games between these two teams have gone under. Yesterday was a dead solid under all the way. Never felt like it was going to get anything going with those offenses right now. 12 of the last 15 games between the two teams here in Cleveland have gone under. Tampa's gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming in this one. Man, I'm apt to just take the under to start the show here. Look, Tampa Bay looks good as a dog here as well in this one, but go ahead and sign me up for an under because, hey, we gotta take it up. We're gonna take it eventually. I'm gonna give you the stronger play here. I think I want to go under in this one, but who's not gonna want to take Tampa Bay as an underdog against anybody here right now? Especially, I don't want to say a mediocre Cleveland team, but Tampa Bay's got a better record than Cleveland right now. And look, Cleveland's done an okay job here, but we're back to talking about Tampa like they're just our, firstborn child here for the next, I don't know how many months until they keep lasting here, it feels like. Bybee does have strong history against Tampa Bay batter versus pitcher data, if you look at it. But his current, 4.5 ERA and 1.5 WHIP here in Cleveland's got a 4.5 bullpen ERA that not typical Cleveland right now. So I don't know. I mean, I'll go ahead and take the under, but how can you not want to consider the Rays a little bit of plus money? I think in this one, Tampa does have a little bit of bullpen risk, but I'm going to take the under here. With this one, Cleveland's offense just has not been explosive enough right now here at this point with some of these hitters anyway. I mean, who is it? Only one guy's doing anything, right? Martinez and Brian Rocchio, of course. All right, let's see what the chat said about this one. And Cal Dog gets he's the official graphics maker here. That's a good idea. I might make some graphics. Maybe I'll make some graphics. No, because we got Cal Dog to do it now. Okay, here's plus money on the Rays. I could have like a little segment where a baseball graphic comes up, but then Cal Dog. Okay, here's Rays. Let's go over. Timmy says, "Oh, I just went under. Darn it." Cleveland slumping. And Timmy said, "Oh, an under there." Sometimes maybe everybody makes fun of me taking all these unders, but when I'm hitting them, everyone knows if I'm taking it, we're probably going to go under, right, gang? Come on. I'm having some winners here right now in some of these totals for sure. Okay, that's my specialty. Astros and Orioles here, and you've got K. Wayne Tang going here up against Shane Baz. And this one for Tang, look, Tang here for it's going to be a bullpen game for the Astros. I'm pretty sure. Tang comes in 2.16 ERA, 0.9 WHIP, but it kind of they're going to be piecing it together. It feels like here in this one for the Astros on uh, Tuesday in this one against the O's. Shane Baz a 5.08 ERA and 0-2 record so far coming into this one. Not great here. So we'll see how the Astros go. Look, K-Win Tang can go. It's not he's not an opener. I just don't know how deep he can run, but this is going to be his spot right now in the rotation. With the Astros because the pitching situation has been a mess. So right now the Astros have Mike Burrows, Spencer Arrighetti, probably K-Win Tang in there, Lambert. I thought Lambert, and then Lance McCullers. So that's just what they're going to have right now. And I'm just, I think K-Win Tang is going to be, he can run a little bit, not too deep here. So you're going to see probably Weiss get in there eventually. Weiss and Murray and Sousa and et al. For the Astros. They are favored here. $1.40, total 9. Baltimore's lost 8 of their last 12 coming in, but Houston's lost 15 of 20. Houston has won 10 of the last 15 meetings between the two teams, but the Astros struggling on the road here, just 2-9 in their last 11 overall. Baltimore's gone over in 7 of their last 9 games coming in. Houston's gone over in 8 of their last 9 games. These two teams are combined 38 and 18 to the over, mostly because of Houston's struggling bats. We know the runs can come in here in Baltimore, and Baz doesn't have good numbers here really at all so far. So maybe the Astros can get something going. Look, Baltimore here, maybe Baz is an advantage pitcher as far as experience wise, or what we know of K-Wayne Tang. We just haven't really seen enough of him here in the season so far. But Houston 21-8 to the over overall. Baltimore 18-10 to the over. So both teams kind of bring in bad profiles. Houston's pen is the worst in the league here right now. Let's see what you got. Let me go to the chat first in this one. That Houston bullpen, 6.31 ERA and a 1.7 WHIP in the bullpen so far. So I imagine we're going to see some overs from the chat here. Let's see. Timmy has the Astros. And yeah, we play ball. Play ball. And then on the hockey, we could have the swish of the skates, right, Cal Dog? There's Astros there. Plus money is going over here in this one. All right. Look, maybe the Astros could have a better game here. This bullpen is so bad, but I don't know. It feels like kind of a crapshoot here. A little bit of volatility. The over is the trend for these guys. Oh, yeah, I think so too here. All right, let's see here. I don't think this I'm going to take the Astros in this one. Give me the Astros here. I don't think the Orioles are worthy of this type of favoritism here. Yeah, the Astros are 11-18, and they've had a really bad start to this season. Orioles are 10-8 as a favorite, but I don't know at $1.40. I'm just going to try the Astros as a dog here. Okay. And Cal Dog says these guys have no bullpens. Here's the Rockies on the road, taking on the Cincinnati Reds. And the Colorado Rockies have won 3 straight over those tough New York Mets. Well, they held the Mets to 4 runs in 3 games. And look, Colorado's got some interesting things going on. I mean, we can make fun of them here all the time, but look, they're done okay. They're 13-16 right now. The Reds, we know they've been great so far. They're 18-10. Yeah, that was a kind of a bummer of a game there against Detroit. Didn't get the sweep, but still won the series. Colorado, that was the series of the year, of course. They come in here a $2 dog against Chase Burns. Burns here, very solid coming in right now. 2.57 ERA, 2-1 record. Kyle Freeland, 2.3 ERA, 109 WHIP. We know Freeland, pretty experienced here. I know he's not going that deep right now, but Red, you're not going to trust the Reds here necessarily against this hot Colorado team here at $2. Look, we all love Chase Burns. I mean, he's going to be a great pitcher. Kyle Freeland certainly has enough experience here against the Reds. Look, it's been great start here for the Reds, no doubt about it. And 7-3 here in their last 10. Colorado not great on the road, 6-10 so far this season, but this Reds team, they're not going to be, I don't think, this strong all season long, but give them a lot of credit for what they've done so far. They've won 7 of their last 9. Colorado's actually lost 14 of the last 16 games against the Reds. Rockies, they've been an underdog in every game this season. So they are 19-10 on the run line this season. The Reds are 4-2 on the run line as a favorite this season, but I'm going to end up taking the Rockies here at plus 1.5, minus $1.25 in this one. Just coming off that great series here. And like I said, the Rockies not terrible here right now. The Reds playing out of their minds. I think I'll say it like that. And let's see what you guys think of this one in the chat, but I've already made my call here. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under. Colorado's gone under in 5 of their last 6, but the Reds have gone over in 9 of their last 11 at home. Reds are pretty consistent over. The Rockies are a solid under so far, so there are some conflicting trends maybe on the total here. Right now, the head-to-head is, like I said, under in 5 straight games, but you're in the small park here, which is always dangerous. But Burns puts Colorado's road under profile maybe a little bit in perspective here. So Cincinnati, let's see what you guys got here. Burns, 2.57 ERA, as I said, 27% K rate. And Colorado does have some BVP issues here against Chase Burns. Some of these guys have struggled against him in some other appearances. Goodman 0-for-2 here against him. Let's see who else. Brenton, let's see. Let's see if I got the guys who are actually going to be in the lineup. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Freeman 0-for-2. So there's a little bit of bad VBP there, a little bit. Okay, here comes the chat here on this one. I've already made my commitment. I'm going to be on the Rockies here on the run line. Okay. For Real Kev had the Dodgers on the money line there, kind of saved his day there. Cal Dogs on the Rockies run line with me. Taking the over here, says Timmy Two Shoes. And it says the Reds, that was a shootout with Detroit, 8-3 there, I think, in that last game. Rockies score as well here, says Timmy. Rockies are doing a nice job. You look at some of these hitters, you're like, who are these guys? You got Hunter Goodman hitting 263, Julian 284, my man Mickey Moniak 316. Look, Mickey Moniak, he might be bringing it back here, man. I mean, Philadelphia giving up too soon on these guys a little bit. Moniak 8 home runs right now. He's definitely everything we thought he could be right now at this moment. It's April. And he's already had a few seasons. There's a reason why, he ended up leaving Philadelphia. But Freeman, 271. How about Rumfield? Man, Rumfield is out of his mind here right now. I know he's only hitting 250, but this is a guy who his dad played in the minor leagues forever and never made it to the major leagues. And here's his son tearing it up right now in the major leagues. What a great story that is. Hitting 250 in your first what 30 games in the big leagues. His dad played 14 years in the minor leagues and never made it. So that's pretty cool. All right, Rockies play contact ball, and that's what you need to do, right? When you're playing a little bit of small ball. Now, Karros isn't doing that great, but hey, you're gonna root for him, and Johnston too, 315 right now. So I'm gonna go with the Rockies. Look, the Reds have some great the Reds hitters right now, really looking. Dela Cruz is really starting to get going. McLean had those big homers, and my man Sal Stewart has been terrific this year for sure. But they got some other guys who Brian Hayes never getting going at all here. All right, I'm taking the Rocks. Probably take them on the money line, but I'll take the run line here. Giants and Bills in this one. Tyler Mahle going here for the Giants. 5.28 ERA is up against Jesus Luzardo. 6.91 ERA. Both pitchers coming in 1-3 here. It might be an okay chance for these guys to get back on track a little bit, but I don't know if anybody's thinking that that's going to be the case with their numbers right now. Of course, Philadelphia coming in here can't seem to fix anything at 9-19. San Francisco's picked it up here a little bit, winning 7 of their last 10. They're 13-15 overall, coming off the series win over Miami at home. Actually got the offense going there a little bit. Philadelphia still lost their series with Atlanta right now. They're still, in a way, searching for answers here, trying to figure out what the issues are so far. So let's see what you guys have in this one with San Francisco on the road now. They have won 4 of the last 6 against the Phillies. They've also won 7 of their last 10. As I mentioned, the Phillies have lost 11 of 12, 5 straight at home. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Philadelphia have gone over. Phillies gone over in 4 of their last 6 games coming into this one. Pretty big price here, right, with Luzardo. I mean, come on. You're really going to think that you lay 170 here with Luzardo, 160, whatever it is, with him sitting on a 7 ERA and 1.5 whip? Molly's not clean. We know that, but San Francisco has a better form right now and a strong edge in the bullpen, that's for sure. Luzardo's games are 4-1 to the over so far this season. And with Molly's ERA here, I think the Sharps are on the under here, but you might have to look to the over in this one. Citizens Bank can get lively, even if it is a little bit cooler right now. Giants do have a couple of guys in this lineup that do perform well against Luzardo. See if I can track those down real quick and see if we can't at least get those. Matt Chapman here, 2 for 5 with 2 for 5 with a double. And let's see here. That's probably the best one, actually. So I don't know if it's too overwhelming here, but okay, let's see here. Let's go to the chat in this one. I'm going to wait here and make my pick, see what everybody's got. I think Cal Dog's on the over. And with evening Luzardo, Timmy wanted to play the Phils. Plus money's on the Phillies on the run line here. Cal Dog says he doesn't like that 165. Yeah, no, I don't either. Not with the Phillies. I mean, they can't get anything done here right now. All right. I'm going to take the over here in this one between the Giants and the Phillies. Next up, the Cardinals are on the road. Uh-oh, who's Ashcraft? There we go. All right, Cardinals here on the road, taking on the Bucks. Got Kyle Leahy here, 5.6 ERA, 2-3 record coming into this one. St. Louis is able to stop their losing streak last time out with that win over Pittsburgh on Monday in the opener, 4-2, with those uh, 4 runs there in the top of the ninth inning to pull it off. Man, Pittsburgh was heading to the win, and the Cardinals were able to pull it off. Nice job to end that losing streak for St. Louis. For Braxton Ashcraft here, 2.47 ERA, 1-1 record, 101 whip. He's looked pretty good. 32 strikeouts so far here for Ashcraft. He's done a nice job. Pittsburgh here has lost 2 in a row right now, but still 16-13 overall. One of the bigger surprises so far, 10-5 as a favorite coming in. But man, here we are again, $1.60. Really? I mean, the Cardinals are starting to. Yeah, that was a bit of a losing streak, no doubt. But remember, they were playing pretty well before that, and they are 8-5 on the road here so far this season. See what you guys think in the chat. In this one, Pittsburgh here, maybe the Pirates have the stronger bullpen. I'll give you that. Leahy's numbers are pretty hard to trust here, but I think it's Ashcraft. Is there? Let me see this here. Let me see. I want to make sure. This could be. They could end up piecing this together. I thought. Is this Bubba Chandler's spot? But they ended up having to get a bullpen game in here to push him back or to space out because of the Monday game. Let me just check that out here a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think so. Because Bubba Chandler obviously is going to be. Okay, I show Bubba Chandler's spot that this is Bubba Chandler's spot. So, stay with me here, folks. Okay, well, a lot of the sites do say undecided here right now. I'm showing Braxton Ashcraft here, but this is supposed to be Bubba Chandler's spot. But I'm just wondering because they had to play the Monday game here right now. And it was a bullpen game yesterday, right? Because they had all those guys were throwing a no-hitter. They combined there. So, well, this one, a little bit of a lacking data here at this point. I'm sorry I can't pull through for you here right now. I'm expecting Braxton Ashcraft, but this is supposed to be Bubba Chandler's start. Now, they could push him back to Wednesday and then get Paul Skeens here. You don't want to get Paul Skeens off his schedule here necessarily either. Let me just proceed here and see what you guys have. Maybe you guys have some better information than me in the chat here for this one, but because I know Chandler has had his walks have been a concern here, obviously, and you could kind of try to rest him a little bit there. But this is one where I think, look, St. Louis has gone under in 6 of their last 7, Pittsburgh under in 4 of their last 5. The series has gone under in 8 of 10. And I don't think I have to worry that much about the starting pitching because both teams' recent matchup profiles here are definitely under here of late. I know Pittsburgh's a little bit of an over here in this one. I might just end up on the under here. Let me see what's going on. Anything in the chat on this? Let's see. Cards for Cal Dog. Timmy does like the over, plus money's on the Pirates here. Cardinals love Tuesdays. Don't we all? All right. Give me the under in this one. I'm going to stick with the under here. I'm going to take something here in this game, and I'll just be stuck with it here, but I'll go ahead under. Thank you. Thank you, Jermaine. Okay. Off the list, right? Off the list. Let me see now. I know Jermaine's got me covered here, but I'm going to go ahead and Google this one up. Oh, placed on the list. Placed on the list, right? Or is he off the list? Okay. So, okay, got it. So Braxton Ashcraft goes on the bereavement list. Thank you. I knew I could count on Jermaine. Okay. So Cam Sanders comes up, but I think Bubba Chandler can end up making this start here. So let's look at it like that. I mean, why wouldn't it be Bubba Chandler? I'm pretty sure this is his spot in the rotation right now. So let me clear that off because it's on. I think he meant to say on the bereavement list because unfortunately, I looked at someone with some comments on a bulletin board, and the pirate on the actual pirates site there with the one where you can comment on it, and the pirates did report that they placed him on the bereavement list, and or no, maybe he's become off here because that was oh boy. But someone on the chat said congrats. Okay. That's not funny, but that was 3 days ago there. Let's see. Forcing he is expected to miss at least 3 days, expected to return during the Cardinals series with a potential return. So, okay, so I think, okay. So you're right. You're right. You're right, Terrell. Should come back here for Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna think it's Ashcraft here. I don't want to get off target here. I think it's Ashcraft there, and maybe Bubba Chandler goes after that. Okay, so I'm gonna take the under in this one. I'm expecting it to be Ashcraft here. That's what I had all lined up, and then I did see talking about Bubba Chandler. Okay, all right, there we go. I'm gonna take that was a long one. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go under here on this one. All right. Hey, oh man. Boy, is it already time for Peyton Toll? Just seems like he pitched 3 days ago here, but man, he would look good. Peyton Toll was fired up in that game, obviously, and 1.5 ERA in that first start. Trey Yesovich, hey, good matchup here. Look, I think everybody's fired up about Peyton Toll for sure, and we know Trey Yesovich was so terrific, and he's making his uh, start here in this one to get his season rolling. So let's see what you guys think here in this one of the Red Sox taking on the Blue Jays. Do I have the right game? Yeah. Uh, uh, Here in this one, Boston has the lead here. Let's see, the 3 straight wins here for Boston right now coming into this one. Toronto gets a better overall setup. It feels like though here with this one, but Yesovich, here the Jays offense has got to get going and got to get into that Boston pen here probably right now. Um, Toll's first start was excellent. There's no doubt about that. And he really got the crowd all fired up too. 3 straight wins here for Boston. They won that game 5-0. They were throwing a no hitter there on Monday night there with Ranger Suarez. He definitely held the job. That was my pick on the drive-through with Tony, and we talked of course, Dylan Cease, but said that Suarez needs to run deep, and boy, did he ever! He went 8 innings in that game. So a little bit of a stall there again by this Blue Jays offense right now. Their favorite here, $1.20 with Yesovich coming here pitching for Toronto. So let's see what you have though in this one with Boston. They've won 4 of the last 6 between these two teams. Overall, Boston's gone over in 4 of their last 5 on the road, but 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams in Toronto have gone under. Toronto, however, has gone over in 5 of their last 7 games at home here. Toronto comes in off of the loss there yesterday, but did win the series against Cleveland here. Both teams kind of struggling, no doubt. 12 and both, it's almost the same record. Toronto 12-16. You got Boston here 12-17. Boston hasn't necessarily been a very good underdog so far. They are 11-5 to the over on the road so far this season, talking about the Boston Red Sox. Let's go to the chat here and see what you have to say on this one. Cal Dogs on the Red Sox. Timmy's going with the over. Plus money's on the Sox here. And Timmy says, I think Timmy likes the over. He thinks Yesovich here might get hit. I think that's what he's saying. So, all right. Well, Toll, or maybe he's talking about Toll, because Toll was coming off his first start, and that was a really good start here right now. So, look, these are two good young prospects here for sure, but these offenses kind of get it going here right now. Boston all of a sudden, I don't know if it's if we can read anything into the momentum just yet with the 3 straight wins and the 2 here with Chad Kelly as interim manager right now, but they needed something to kind of wake them up a little bit. Both these teams got to wake up here right now. All right, is the chat good to go here? Let me get rid of my. All right, I still don't know if I have the best info there on that one. Okay, I think that's it from you guys, and I got to make my call here on this one now. This one's a little bit tough. Let me go to the algorithm. Let me go to the algorithm here. All right. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm on Toronto here with Yesovich. I'm going to say a little bit more experience here for Yesovich. I'm going to go with Toronto in this one. Timmy says because of the rehab stint, he's not throwing a gem. Hey, I don't mind coming in April. He needed an extra month to get ready for the season. They were using him pretty hard there down the stretch. Jermaine says pitchers versus Boston on a 6-0 under run. He had Cease under earlier in that one. Pitchers versus Boston. Pitchers versus Boston. Okay. The Nationals are on the road here with Zach Littell. I almost said Mark Littell. Zach Littell going up here against Grant Holmes. Man, Grant Holmes has looked pretty solid here. 2.1 ERA, 2-2 record. Zach Littell, 7.5 ERA, 0-3 record. The Mets have lost 3 in a row, 50 of their last 51. It's been bad. It's been a bad run for the Mets here. They've lost 15 of their last 17, 9 of their last 11 at home. Washington's won 7 of their last 10 on the road. They've also won 4 of the last 5 against the Mets overall. So, however, they are just 2-11 in the last 13 games against the Mets. So, look, the Mets. We know the Mets are better than this, and we know the Mets are going to come hopefully back to the pack a little bit eventually here. Washington's won 2 straight games, including 2 of 3 against the White Sox there. Mets, of course, just had that embarrassing series against Colorado, so no one's going to trust them. No one wants to trust them here at $1.85, but maybe if you're ever going to do it, could this be the one? With Holmes here, you don't want to lay $1.85 probably. Washington is 16-12 as a run line underdog. The Mets are 5-15 as a run line favorite. Man, nobody's going to want to take the Mets on this run line here, are they? They're plus $1.20. If you threw out all the bad losing streaks and you just threw the names on the back of their jerseys and you looked at who it was and lined up the players, yes, Washington's offense has been very good. We know that, but Holmes has been really one of the better starters here right now, it feels like. Here we go. We're getting the plays in here right now. Every pitcher, Timmy, every single one. Do I have to fact check that? Plus money says the Nasty Nats. Cal Dogs on the Nats. The Mets are terrible. Jermaine. Timmy says, hey, this total's only 7.5. No, I think it's more likely that I I I don't think maybe I'm wrong. See, Cal Dog says over is the safer bet. See, I think it's the other way around. I think we get Holmes good again. I think we get Littell against a Mets offense that can't figure anything out. You know, not able like Littell will lower his numbers here in this game. Nationals are better than the Rockies too. Don't forget, are they? Are they though? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Mets here on the run line plus $1.20, and uh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it here. This should be the one. I think it's a lower. I think it's 4-2. I don't think it's 6-4 or anything. I think it's close. I think it's a low score Mets win, not any other way. Okay. All right, that's it from the chat, I think. Well, Timmy, I don't have time for that right now, but come on, we could find that. Come on. Okay, here we go. Next up, Tigers and the Braves. This is the only uh, interleague game of the day here. You got Casey Mize going up against Martin Perez. Both guys looking good here so far. Perez, 2.7 ERA, 1-1 record, 0.94 the whip. For Casey Mize, 2.51 ERA and a 1.15 whip coming in, 2-1 record. Atlanta continuing to look terrific here right now, coming in off the win here over Philadelphia. They won that series. They're 20-9 right now, unstoppable. At this point, 10-5 at home. Detroit, yes, they've struggled on the road. That's been their problem. 5-12 so far. Just lost that series at Cincinnati, although they grabbed the last game there. Braves here, $1.25. Martin Perez has been pretty darn solid. Kind of think these starters are probably in line for a good start against these respective teams here in this one. But let's see how you have it. Detroit has lost 8 straight games against Atlanta. Now, this is an interleague series, so that is basically stretching out over nearly the last 3 seasons. Detroit's 11-5, though, straight up in their last 16, but Atlanta's won 10 of 12, and for their last 5 overall. Detroit's gone over in 5 straight on the road and over in 7 of their last 8. 8 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Detroit's gone over in 4 straight overall. Atlanta comes in off of a couple of overs in that Philly series here right now. But I don't know. I like these two starters for sure here coming into this game. Let's see what you guys say, though, here in this one between the Tigers and the Braves. Mize has good surface numbers, but this is kind of a cold matchup. He's faced some of these guys before. Atlanta has a better bullpen and much stronger differential numbers here, I would think, right? Let's see here. Casey Mize against these guys. Few of these guys have tattered him up a little bit. All right, let me see here. Anything else from the chat in this one? Oops. Okay, Cal Dog here is on the Braves. And let's see, Timmy's going over, plus money is on the Braves on the run line here in this one. Okay. And I'm going to take the under here in this one with Detroit and Atlanta. Give me the under here in this one. Braves 5-8 to the under at home. Detroit does trend over a little bit, and the teams are trending over. But Jimmy Tushu says Perez isn't Nolan Ryan. You can say that again. And Cal Dog says Mize were pitching to cold bat teams. Jimmy says Detroit will score. All right, next up. The Diamondbacks are on the road taking on the Milwaukee Brewers here in this one. For Arizona here, Merrill Kelly, 9.31 ERA. Merrill Kelly is broken. 2.28 the whip here for Milwaukee. Chad Patrick, 2.38 ERA, 1-1 record coming in, and a 1.26 whip coming in this one. Brewers $1.15 right now, coming in here. Finally broke that losing streak by beating Pittsburgh 5-0 last time out. For Arizona, they did win that second game over the Padres 12-7 as the offense finally came through in that Mexico City game, and Arizona was able to put the beat down on the Padres a little bit, scoring 12 runs in that game. Arizona coming in here 15-12. I like this team a lot. Milwaukee should be better, we know that, but they're still hanging in there, 14-13. Not a terrible job here right now, but you kind of wonder what's up with Merrill Kelly here at this point. Got to be some concerns here. Is he having any issues right now? Chad Patrick, obviously, much steadier here, and with Milwaukee as a slight favorite. Yeah, the Brewers' recent form is poor, but man, Merrill Kelly, 14% walk rate. That means something's wrong. Arizona's offense still can travel here, I would think, with these guys. I mean, we're talking about an Arizona team that, top 7 in batting average and OBP. They don't have much power, we know that, but got some good bats in here. Corby, Carroll, Vargas is on fire. Arenado's picking things up here. Fernandez has been hot. So Patrick has a low ERA, but his low strikeout rate does leave some susceptibility to some contact risk in here. Both bullpens are kind of middle to weak, I'd say, here right now. So look, I like Arizona a lot of times here right now. I'm going to be riding them a lot, but in this one, I'm going to take Milwaukee tonight to win this one. Give me the Brewers here over the Diamondbacks. I think I'm going to just give it a bit of a starting pitching edge here until we see Merrill Kelly do something here right now. He might give up a little something early. And Cal Dog says over can't D-backs. Okay, Brewers here for Timmy. Brewers for plus money. And stupid snakes win stupid ones. And the Brewers lose stupidly. So he'll play Milwaukee. That's a very sound reasoning here on Night Moves. I'll take Milwaukee too. Stupid Arizona. Okay. We know I'm a backer of Arizona here long term. I like I said, a third place, but I think the National League West is going to prove to be the best division once again. Okay, Arizona is taking on the White Sox here. Oh, man, now look who we've got pitching. Everyone's talking about him. Everyone's saying, what is going on here with Jose Soriano? How is he doing so incredibly well right now? How is he out of nowhere? Not out of no, but all of a sudden he's got he's Cy Young here, 5-0 with a 0.239 ERA. His WHIP is like 0.83. So the guys that do get on base, they're never scoring. So just uncanny. This is a obvious regression situation here, but let's give him some credit. He's probably going to have a pretty strong year, especially given this start. But it's early yet. But these numbers are incredible. For Davis Martin, though, 2.0 ERA and a 3-1 record and a 102 WHIP. He's been out of this world as well so far this season. Been really good. And the White Sox, we've seen what they've done here in the last, I want to say, couple of games. They did lose that series to Washington after all, but they were able to come back yesterday. They've really got some interesting bats, and they're like Colorado a little bit. They're not as bad as maybe they've been in the past. They are 12-17 here right now. The Angels are 12-18. So you mean to tell me that just because of Soriano here at $1.40 doesn't seem quite right? Angels are not really doing much here at all. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Yes, Soriano has been dominant, and maybe he will, especially against this White Sox lineup. They're not, any great shakes here. They've been doing an okay job, at least. They're actually got some power, but they don't really do much else. All right, let's go to the chat though in this one. Interesting, as for a bad game, it's actually got a little bit of intrigue here to it. The Angels lost 8 of 9 coming in. The White Sox have lost 8 of 10, but interesting pitching matchup, obviously, here. 8 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including 5 of the last 7 meetings here in Chicago. Chicago has gone over in 10 of their last 14. The Angels have gone over in 5 straight and 10 of their last 12 overall. So good luck, handicappers. This one's got a lot of different things going different directions here a little bit, I'd say, here tonight. But we'll hear from you now in the chat and see what you think in this one with the Angels and the White Sox. Outside of Ohtani pitching, Jose Soriano's best guy on the card here. Also, he's got a 30% K rate coming in. So both teams kind of trend over for sure, but this feels like, good. I don't think this is a fluky pitching matchup. I don't think these guys, Davis Martin, he's obviously a good prospect, and he's not going to have these type of numbers all year, I don't think, but the market's already shading down, I think, right? Let me see. I think there's been a move here to the under. It's at well, actually, you know what? We got one offshore book at 8 under 20. What do we have it on screen here? 7.5 over 20. Let's go to the chat first and see what you have. We're not spending too long on this game. It's an interesting game. Hey, Marcus James is here. Let's say hello to Marcus coming in. All right. Look at this. He had a 12-teamer and he hit for 2,500. Marcus James, everybody. Cal Dog's on the Angels here. Plus money's on the Angels. Marcus is on the Angels too. Jimmy says first 5 under because he doesn't know what the bullpens will do. Angels seem to have the worst bullpen, says plus money. Yeah, they're right there. I mean, Houston's got the worst bullpen, and then you got a few other teams in there right now. Teams like Kansas City, Washington, Tampa Bay, St. Louis, and, yes, the Angels. Marcus says, do you show your tickets, bro? You all should. Nope, I just read off the pick I have on YouTube, and it's Here for Eternity, sitting in a data center, and sitting in the YouTube data centers for all time. You can't trust them off the words. Well, I just gave you all my plays here point blank. I don't know what else I can do for you, Marcus. The picks are on record. Thank you for coming in, brother. All right. Timmy says first 5 under here in that one. All right. Okay. And Jimmy says he likes the first 3 under as well. Yeah, you kind of like these starters here. Look, obviously the numbers, like I said, they're not going to be all season long with these guys a little bit. And I don't think anybody wants to be trusting the Angels here off of $1.40. Give me the White Sox. Give me the White Sox here in this one with Davis Martin. Maybe Soriano's going to win the Cy Young Award here at this point. Next up here, the Mariners are on the road against the Twins. Now, a good pitching matchup here by name. Logan Gilbert and Joe Ryan aren't necessarily putting up the numbers that we're used to from these two, but you would think we'd kind of get it going here a little bit. You can see the peripheral numbers here. Not awful for Gilbert. 4.36 ERA, 1-3 record, 1.27 whip, 35 strikeouts. Figure Logan Gilbert, look, Seattle's starting to play well. Or maybe I should just say, that Seattle's a little bit streaky here. By the way, we're starting to get rolling here. It's 5 in the morning here on the East Coast, so we're just starting to get rolling on the tennis action here. A couple of matches on the men's side coming up here with Jannik Sinner and Cam Norrie. They were just showing Sinner, and then here comes Norrie. And also coming up here, Echeverry and Arthur Fees right now. getting ready to go here. A couple matches. Okay, see what you got though here. So Joe Ryan, 3.89 ERA, 2-2 record coming in, and a 102 WHIP. So look, we got two good starters here. I think that's unquestionable. Yeah, their numbers aren't looking too good here, but look, we're in Minnesota. I would imagine we're gonna see them perform okay, at least okay here in this one. Minnesota's actually kind of been the opposite of Seattle here a little bit right now, right? Dropping 8 of their last 10 overall. Coming in this one, a little slumpy slump here for Minnesota again already. Don't want to say it like that, but they dropped 5 of their last 6. Seattle is just 3-9 on their last 12 games on the road. 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Minnesota's gone over in 11 of their last 16 games overall here right now, but it feels like Seattle might be getting things going a little bit here with this one. It was 11-4. Let's see, what was it? 11-4 yesterday with with Pralip and Castillo in that one. So Minnesota definitely got the better of them here, and they're a dog too. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that is going to swing it for me. Let me go. I'm going to take Minnesota here as a dog with Joe Ryan. Let's see what the chat has in this one. Look, I think there'll be probably some volatility here once again in the bullpens a little bit. Seattle has a better bullpen, the slightly recent better form. Right now, both starters going to be striking some guys out. I think that's for sure here in this one, but neither's kind of been shut down here. But I think they're going to have good starts. I'm going to take Minnesota because they're a dog again, coming off the win yesterday. Okay, let's see what we got here right now. And let's see, where can we see your ticket, right? Cal Dog says. Plus money here is on the Twins on the run line. Cal Dog is on the Twins. And Timmy says, going to be an under here. Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with Timmy there. Under and hang on once the bullpens get into play, I think he's saying. All right, we're cruising here. We're almost done with night moves. Let's take a look here now. Next up with the Yankees taking on the Rangers here. Cam Schlittler is spelled wrong on the screen. Who's hiring the graphics makers here? Tony, you're still out there? Schlittler coming in here. Pretty good, right? 1.77 ERA, 3-1 record. Been strong here. The Yankees starting to get going here a little bit. Jake DeGrom, man, we're almost getting old Jake DeGrom here. 2.13 ERA, 107 WHIP. Strikeouts are kind of there for him too. 2-0 record coming in. Good pitching matchup here. And we're in Texas. This game's got 1-0 written all over it. If this game isn't 1-0 or 2-1, it's going to be 3-2. We already know every game in Texas is a low-scoring game. It was 4-2 yesterday in the openers. The Yankees were able to get that win with Judge. Oh, Judge did it there with a home run, the solo home run there in the first inning after Ben Rice hit that home run. Funny, it was all homers there for the first 5 runs of the game here, but still only went to 6 runs. Yankees are 19-10 right now. They've won 9 of their last 10 again here, right, overall. So back in a groove here. Yeah, they lost that game to Houston, but now here they are, and Schlittler pretty strong here. Great numbers so far. And also DeGrom, strong numbers here as well coming in. I'm taking the Yankees, though. I'm taking the Yankees in this one. This is strength against strength, it feels like, with these two starting pitchers and when you're dealing with in Houston. We've said it time and time again. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for here, but Texas is 2-10 to the under at home. The Yankees are 6-9 to the under on the road here, and just all these games go under. So, look, I'm not going to take that as my play. We're going to save that. I don't know. Everybody else should take it too, right? Schlittler with this great numbers. And DeGrom, I mentioned that 34% K rate here coming in. Texas has gone under in 15 of their last 18 home games dating back to last year, and the head-to-head's under 6-1 to the under. So I'm taking the Yankees, though, here on the show, and we'll have an under somewhere out there. And this one's 7.5 right now. Man, this one should be a pretty strong play. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one. It's going to be Yankees here for Cal Dog, plus money's on the under. And that's it from the chat, I think. Let's keep it moving then. Cubs are going to take on my Padres. Man, the Padres came back. I thought they would be affected by the trip to Mexico City, and maybe they were. The Cubs actually got off to a pretty hot start, but the Padres came back. Here you've got Edward Cabrera, 2.73 ERA, 2-0 record. Now the Padres are trying to go with Walker Buehler here to get some, heavy innings in here for, he's got kind of a rubber arm, at least when he's decent. I mean, you have to go out and get him. Nothing you can do, but 5.75 ERA, 1.62 whip. I mean, probably try to get a little bit more out of Buehler than that, but they're having to use him here right now, and Cubs are still favored. But, man, the Padres just always are finding a way to win games here right now. Can this edge at starting pitcher be enough to carry them here? It didn't work yesterday as the Padres came back to win 9-7 after trailing 5-3 there after 2.5 innings. Actually, the Padres jumped out on top 3-0 in the game on Monday night, but Cubs came back, eventually took the lead. Padres actually led 9-5 going the top of the ninth inning. The Cubs added a couple of runs, so that's just how hot this Padres team is. Cubs have been red hot too, but now they've lost 3 in a row all of a sudden because they've run into the Padres and the Dodgers here. Padres are 10-4 at Petco so far this season. They're also here 5-7 to the under as an underdog here. Let's see what you guys want to do here with the Cubs taking on my Padres here on Tuesday night. Cubs have won 10 of their last 13. Padres have won 9 straight at home, 14 of 17 overall. Cubs have gone over in 9 of their last 11 on the road and 6 of their last 7 overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under, including 4 of the last 5 games between the two teams here in Petco Park. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here in this one with the Cubs and the Padres. San Diego's head-to-head with Chicago does go under, but, man, Buehler is a little bit of a concern with some of his numbers here, certainly. But let's see what you got. I don't know if I'm ready to go against the Padres right now, even if the Cubs do have a little bit of a pitching advantage. Let's see what we got here. Timmy says Schlittler lost at Tampa. Oh, that was the other game there. Thank you. Okay. Plus money's on the Padres. Cal Dog is on the Padres as well. Timmy says, just give me the over. And Tim says with Edward Cabrera and Walker Buehler, it's going to make everyone work. And how in the heck is Timmy a minus $1.20? Marcus James, he likes the show now. He wanted receipts. Yeah, Marcus. Hey, look, I'm on here trying to figure things out. I mean, if you got a secret formula, then hit us up offline so we can all be rich. But we do it the old-fashioned way here. We earn it. All right. There's our promotion. I give insight. All right. They both Cal Dog over because they both get hit. Thank you, Marcus. Really appreciate it, man. All right, you got me on tilt here a little bit. Here, Padres and Cubs here tonight. Look, it ended up being a pretty high-scoring game there yesterday, but I don't know about this one today. I'm going to go under here with the Cubs and the Padres tonight. Give me the under in this one. Oh, Young Mooch went over just like that. Hi, Young Mooch. I know I said hi earlier. He's got the over in this one. Okay. Let's keep it moving here. We're almost over here on Night Moves tonight. Thank you to everyone watching. A couple games left here. How about the Royals taking on the Athletics? Chris Bubich on the mound here. Road favorite for Kansas City, huh? Boy, all of a sudden, hey, look out for Kansas City. $1.20, 9.5 under 20 against Aaron Savali. You got to be kidding me. Kansas City comes in here 11-17. Okay, they've won 3 straight. They probably should be better than they are. Oakland here. Sacramento, Las Vegas, 15-13 coming in. Aaron Savali, 3.85 ERA, 2-1 record. Chris Bubich, 4.08 ERA, their 2-1 record coming in. Bubich, a 1.12 whip coming in. Savali, a 1.32 whip coming into this one. Good job by Kansas City, no doubt, beating the Angels in that series. Man, they scored 29 runs in that series against the Angels. The A's won their series in Texas. Man, the A's have been playing some good ball here too. I can't believe they're an underdog in this game. Is the thing broken there? Bubich, hey, look, Bubich should be a little bit better, but like we talked about the A's, you look at the middle of the, I don't want to say middle of the road pitchers they went out and got, but look, between the pitchers they signed to try to shore this thing up as they approach their arrival in Las Vegas next season. They could have done worse than going out and getting some of these guys. I mean, the one thing you're going to get with Savali here, I mean, he's not walking a whole lot of guys here right now. So let's see what we're doing in this one with Kansas City taking on Oakland here. Kansas City's won 4 of their last 5, but they've lost 8 straight on the road. Athletics are 12-6, and they've won 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams. Kansas City's gone over in 6 straight. The A's have gone over in 8 of their last 11 games overall. We know we're at home here where the A's have only gone over in 9 of their last 10 games, or 9 of 10 this season, including 5 straight. So, we're going way over in this game with these two, but let's see what you have. I've got 2 options here because it sounds like I'm on the A's and the over, but let's see what the chat's doing, and let's see what you got. All right, Timmy says go with the A's. And Cal Dog says you got to go over in this one, right? Now look, Kansas City's 3-9 to the under on the road, but there doesn't matter, right? You're going site specific. Doesn't matter. Timmy's going over here. Bubich has had issues so far this season. You know what? I'm not totally disappointed in Bubich. He should try to cut down the walks a little bit here, but 19 hits in 28 innings. I'm not gonna throw it out here. Plus money's on the A's. And Cal Dog's on the A's. And plus money's on the over. And Marcus is liking the A's here too. Hey, if Marcus is on the A's, I'm on the A's. See this Kelly Green shirt? Give me the A's here. This one, I'm writing it down. I'm writing down Marcus and me on the A's here tonight. All right. That's for Marcus. All right, one more here, and you know who it is. We got to save the best for last. Shohei Ohtani going up against junk. Shohei Ohtani, show me your junk. All right, you got the Dodgers, a $3 favorite here, total 8 in this one. Jansen Junk, 3.67 ERA. He's actually looked pretty good, I think, so far. 1.15 whip, but not a big strikeout guy necessarily, but we don't need to tell you about Shohei Ohtani. I mean, his ERA. Hey, you know what? The thing about Shohei Ohtani, doesn't have as good of an ERA as Jose Soriano, okay? Jose Soriano's got a lower ERA than Ohtani's 0.37 ERA. Now, I think the Dodgers have already now said Ohtani's not going to be hitting in this game. I think they're starting to make it a point that he's not going to be hitting. Everybody's been complaining about the rule a little bit, right? The Ohtani rule. And, I don't think they're going to change it. I mean, why do you want to, if in the games, when you get the postseason, you don't want to keep the best player. I don't care what the rule is. You make it so that the pitcher can hit, so that he can hit. Change the rule if you have to, okay? This guy means a lot. This guy means a lot to the history of the game. I can remember writing an article, and look, it's easy to say back, but I was writing for Gaming Today, a very popular public. It ceases to exist now just a couple years later, but it was a very popular publication that I wrote in here in Las Vegas. I wasn't in Las Vegas, but I said at the time, Otani had just come up and he was putting those numbers that were up there like Babe Ruth, and that was a comparison, right? And I said, well, look, if you projected these numbers out over his career, he will be the game's greatest player ever when it all is said and done. I don't think there's anybody who can argue that that's not going to be the case when it's all said and done. Not only that, it seems like it's an incredible physical specimen that doesn't get injured really. So yeah, other than the arm, you got to hope that works out. But right now, it looks like he's fixed it here. I mean, it looks the pitching is better than ever for Otani. So who knows? I mean, he might have a bionic arm in there. All right. Yes. For Otani, I think his whip is more than his ERA, right? Or is it? Let's see what you guys have in this one. There's not much of a handicap here. Plus, Miami is just 2-8. 2-10 as an underdog so far. 3-10 on the road here. But look, you're still looking at a massive spread here. So even if you took the Dodgers minus 1.5, you're laying about a $1.75, $1.80 here, I think. Might even be $2. Let me see. I'm going to check it out right now and see what it is. Minus 1.5 at oh gosh, minus $1.35. Are you kidding me? Well, look, I mean, I guess there's a chance. Look, it took a walk-off hit yesterday. I'm going to do that. I'm pretty, you can look right now. If anybody have a better price than that, I'm going with this. I'm going to take the Dodgers at minus $1.35 on the run line. I lost yesterday on the Dodgers on the run line, but I didn't feel as confident with maybe I did. Maybe I did with that matchup yesterday with Yamamoto and Paddock. But I will say this: I mean, Junk is definitely a little bit better than Paddock here. I think for sure. Miami is 10-1-2 on the road to the over so far this season. So look, Otani should be able to deal here, but you don't need to leave him in the whole time if the Dodgers are winning. Let me go to the chat. Let's see what's going on here. So maybe it's a little tougher than it looks. I'm taking the Dodgers on the run line. Let me analyze that. That's a pretty serious trend there. Otani could just steal these guys and keep it under because he's Otani at this point. Okay, here we go. Marlins plus 10 for plus money. Cal Dog likes the under in the first 5. Here's Timmy says to LA team total over. There over team total 5.5 plus $1.32. Marlins run line for Cal Dog. And Timmy was praying for that late action there for the Dodgers to win the game. 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. I said that the Padres are the most exciting team. The Dodgers don't have to be that exciting. They usually win by more. They don't need miracle comebacks, but they did need them. They did need one here on Monday night. All right, I guess that's it, man. What a nice show we had here on Marlinsville money line here, Cal Dog. But remember, Cal Dog is from the Bay Area. Cal Dog, this is Otani. Look, they might get in the bullpen eventually. The Marlins, look, they were winning that game. The Marlins did a great job. They were the ones winning that game for sure. Looked like they were headed for that victory, although it was one of those situations where you were sitting on the edge of your seat even before the inning started. You could it felt like it was coming a little bit there. So, all right, everyone, I guess that's it here for the night. Timmy says Shohei likes to perform versus the Marlins. Take him over in his strikeouts. Why does he? These Marlins, I really like to. All right, that's going to do it here for Night Moves here. All right, really appreciate it. Everyone in the chat. Was a really great night, especially our new hero here, Marcus James. Maybe Marcus will become maybe he'll be a chat pro with us. All right. All right, don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those daily premium pick packages, including mine here on Tuesday in Major League Baseball, NBA. We're going to roll those props again and keep the winning coming with those props, man. We've got a pretty strong run going on the props. And also, we'll have some NHL action here as well with that 3-game card. Appreciate everyone who checked in here tonight on Night Moves. And for the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.